Well, hello, everybody around the world. Right, we're going to be talking about Abraham again, and that'll be rolling in his grave right now. What's going on in this world, right? Now, understand how God views people, right? How God views people. Let me sort my volume out. Right, yeah, perfect. Right, how did God view Abraham? Well, he called him his friend, right? Because you got to understand Abraham came from Ur, and he came from a pagan, from Baal worship, this, that, and the other, different gods, because they were all Sumerian back then, right? So he was into the false gods. His dad was as well, right? But he separated in a dream. He had a dream and he separated from it. Maybe God saw in his heart that he didn't agree with child sacrifice and all the shit, pedophilia and all the shit. That's why he left, right? And that's where most of the Eastern religions come from, by the way. When you look back in history, they come from that too. Baal worship and all that and the other, right? But I'm going off topic now. But when you look at it, when you look at Abraham, what kind of character was Abraham? Character. Why would God pick him out of all them people? His character. Now understand, your name is just a name from your parents and your government registry, right? It doesn't describe you as a person, right? That's the reason why God picks people, just like he did when it comes to King David. Looked at all his brothers, they all look qualified, but he didn't look at the outer appearance, he looked inside. This is how people are going to be judged in the end, by the way. I'll get to that soon. Look, Abraham, what character was he? Now, when you look at the Bible stories in the Old Testament of Abraham, his character shines through. It shines through as a man of his word, honorable, doesn't want to offend people. And, it's similar to like a Christian. Similar to like a Christian. But there were no Bible, no Quran, no Sumerian tablets in Abraham's time, right? Well, they were probably being written because he came from Ur, so they've probably been written maybe a couple of 100 years or so, whatever, right? But where did he get his fare from? Where did he get his fare from? Right? Now, Abraham, like I said, was a man of his word. He even rescued Lot, his nephew, right? Took 300 people. That's how much faith he had in God, right? Took only 300 people with him who were fighting, good fighters, and they won. They brought Lot and his family back and all the treasures back, right? Against the king of Edom and the king of, Palestine and the king of this and the king of that, right? There were many kings back then of little provinces. Learn your history. This is how why it becomes alive to me. The Bible is alive because it's not just breathing prophecy, it's breathing history too. History. It's breathing it out to you. Literally, right? From the past. Now, Abraham, if he got into a deal with somebody, some business deal, he would stick to it. He would stick to it wholeheartedly. Now, where's that gone? Where has that gone now? Right? In these days, they having the same mentality and the same wanting to do what's right in your heart. Well, you have it in Christianity, but most Christianity fail, right? They fall well short. That's the whole point of Revelation 1, 2, and 3. To warn you what congregation you got, what they're like, right? Are they lukewarm? Are they hot? They're cold? What are they? Are they busybodies? Are they always interfering in each other's problems? You know what I mean? What I'm trying to get at is that when you go back in the Bible to Abraham, then you saw a true, imperfect, staunch man, right? Who were for God, who would stick to his business deals, who would fight for his relatives, the fact that they've been taken by pagans. You know what I mean? You got to understand his mentality. Now, how many religions come from Abraham? There's only three, really, really. There's only three that come off Abraham: Jews, Muslims, and Christians. Right? Them are the only ones that come from Abraham. The rest don't, because they don't believe in the same God in a way and what happened in the past and stuff. From all sides, right? This is why we have problems with Muslims, Jews, and Christians in the world, because they come from Abraham, but they never think about Abraham. They never think about his mentality and his reasoning or anything, or his staunchness of being honourable and being kind and merciful. Muslims not like that, and I've not seen any Jew like that recently, because they're all killing each other. And then you got all the Christians that are covering up shit. You know what I mean? And all Christians, Muslims, and Jews, all of them cover up pederasty. I mean, how can that be true? How can that be the true religion? Right? If they're doing that, the innocent children. Come on. Jesus warned against it. Anyone that stumbles a child might as well put a millstone around the neck and throw themselves into the sea. You know why? What stumbles a child more? Being sexually or physically or mentally abused, so they turn away from God, and it's not God's fault, it's the parents' fault, right? For turning them away, right? By and it's not just parents, it's governments, corporations, and religions that are doing it too. They turn them away from God and the way he really thinks, like Abraham thinks, right? Honorable, be honourable. Stick to your word. Like yes, yes, no, me no. Don't go beyond that. Oh yeah, I'll meet you here and I'll meet you there, and then ring later. You can't do it. Like, well, what was the point in saying it? Like you yes mean yes, you no mean no. Look, this is what I do when someone does that. I go, look, I'll try, but I'm not guaranteeing nothing, right? But I try, right? But don't come back on me after. Because I said I'll try, but I'm guaranteeing you there's not a success, right? Understand there's never a success in this world unless you sell your soul, right? Understand how to word things and how to do things with people, right? Some people just want to play the game with you. They're not sincere, right? You gotta understand not everyone's gonna be saved either. God is a picky God, and I like it that way. In a way, he's not picky. Don't get me wrong, because he'll accept any race as long as they open the heart and the mind, and it's not to do with religion. Be honourable, be kind, this, that, and the other. Not to do with religion. This is what I'm going to come on to now. Like I said before, when you get judged, it's not on your religion. It's not on your religion, because we have examples in the Bible to prove that God doesn't judge on your fucking religion. He judges on your heart. Just like in King David, the oldest son, before David got chosen, he looked prim and proper. But God said, look, I don't look on the outside, I look what's on the inside, right? Same with, like, before the flood. How can God judge people before the flood? There are no Sumerian tablets before the flood, no Bible, no Quran. How can he judge them? Well, it's because he could read the hearts. He could see what they were doing, and then they knew it were wrong in their head, because the law were written in their head, in a way, in the heart, but they ignored it and seared the conscience, so therefore it never motivated their heart to do what were right. Right? Understand proper true Christianity. Right? Understand the deeper things about true Christianity. Right? I'm a Christian through and through, but I won't put up with false shit that they keep promoting in the world. Transgenderism, this, that, the other. Look, it's an abomination to God, and you know that from the Bible. But you're not showing people in the Bible it's wrong, are you? Because you don't even give them a fucking Bible when they go into church no more. They just do as you tell them to do. You shameful, shallow motherfuckers. I've got things against Christians, not just Muslims and not just Jews. All of them. I've got an issue with it. Governments, corporations, this whole world is run by Satan. Understand that, right? You have to live in it, but you don't have to be part of it, right? But call it out when you have to call it out. Say what's true, because your treasure in heaven is more worth way more than the treasures on the earth, because the treasures on the earth can come and go. You can lose your fortune or not. You know, but even if you don't lose your fortune, you're still gonna die. Can you take it with you? No, you can't. So it's a defeating thing. A defeating thing to want things on the earth. It's defeating. It's to occupy you. It's to stop you from getting connecting with God. Right? Understand true Christianity. Right? I understand it, and I understand the way the world works and about the past. History is everything. History teaches everything. Right? But Abraham will be rolling in his grave right now. Christians and Jews and Muslims, he'll be rolling in his grave. Well, rolling in his grave. He'll go, fuck that, man. Fucking hell. You fuckers can't even agree amongst your fucking selves. And you're all fucking covering up pederasty anyway, so fuck off. That's what Abraham would say. Because he wouldn't agree with it, I'll tell you that now. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. It's 12 minutes. There you go. You have a good one. May God bless you. Take care.